Inclusion initiatives can't happen from the top down. Actually, is going to take place on the courts, on the fields, in the locker rooms, in the pool, wherever you compete, wherever you train, wherever you are recruiting athletes, wherever you are counseling athletes. This is really a time when cultural currents, political currents, and the needs of our students come together in ways that really require us not only to learn, but also to take actions.
I thought this event was terrific. It was really special and unique too to have all of the different head coaches and administrators that we compete against and you see on the other sidelines all together talking about such an important topic. I think that just highlights the strength of the Centennial Conference from the top down and how important this work is to ensure that our student athletes at each of our institutions have the very best possible experience because they can show up being accepted and respected and have access to the appropriate resources that they need to thrive.
I'm really proud to be a member of the Centennial Conference where we're kind of taking the lead on hosting an inclusion forum. It's been a process starting with our student athlete inclusion policy, and it's been really fun to see kind of how that laid the foundation for something like this to happen.
This is something that we have to do. We're no longer at the place where we can put this on the side or this is just something that's nice to do. Yes, it is a moral imperative, but it's also a financial imperative. It's also what will help our communities to grow and be more effective and our students to be more successful in life. So it's necessary for us to do this work. So I would encourage any institution and other conferences to come together and do something very similar to what we're doing here at the Centennial Conference.
Being part of a conference that puts a summit together like this, that thinks about all of these things at a deeper level. It's not performative, it's actually how do we make it better and how do we think about it.
Inclusion in action to me just means that everybody's on the same page and we're all working towards creating an environment where student athletes can be who they are and be celebrated for it.
What I appreciate about today is not just speaking at us, it's not just telling us the usual stuff, what is diversity, what is equity, what is inclusion, implicit bias, but it's telling us the how-to, how to really make a change on campus, how to make a greater impact, how to be a disruptor.
Because everybody's here because they really care about moving the needle when it comes to diversity, equity, and inclusion in all of these different aspects that we're talking about and that we're covering in the conference.
I love the quote that was shown in one of the rooms that diversity means you're invited to the party, inclusion means you're invited to dance. And I think it's one thing to talk about diversity and to have diversity, but it's more important to make sure that everyone in your space, whether that's a team, your department, your campus, feels accepted and more importantly respected, that they can show up every day and be their true, authentic, genuine self. And that's what our goal as coaches and administrators is to cultivate the environments where our people can be their best selves.